You're like a brother to me, she said for years. So I introduced her to my new girlfriend. Now she's the one begging for a crumb of my attention, and I just call her sis. 11:37 p.m. on a Tuesday. Chloe's name lit up my screen. I'd been up since 5 a.m. for a project deadline. Leo, she sobbed. Mark ghosted me after 3 dates. I thought he was different. 20 minutes later, I was on her couch watching her demolish ice cream while dissecting every text. This was my function. Leo, the emotional support human. When the tears subsided, she looked at me. I don't know what I'd do without you. You're like the brother I never had. Brother. I'd heard it dozens of times. But tonight it hit different. I saw the last 5 years clearly. Me driving across town at 2 a.m. to fix her flat tire. Listening for hours as she cried over men who didn't deserve her tears. Remembering her birthday while she forgot how I took my coffee. A week later at group dinner, I'd just landed a major promotion. As I shared the news, Chloe interrupted, thrusting her phone across the table. Oh my god, look at this one. Jake, he's a musician. It's so refreshing. Not like boring corporate types. She patted my arm condescendingly. The table went quiet. I was her benchmark for boring. 2 days later, I asked her to meet at our coffee shop. Chloe, when you say I'm like a brother, it hurts. We spend all our time together. I'm your first call for everything. I feel like we're a couple in everything but name. She sighed like explaining to a child. Leo, what we have is special. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. With Jake, I feel a spark. With you, I feel safe. Safe. The nicest way anyone had ever called me insignificant. So, I'm the safety net. You're my foundation, she corrected, like it was a compliment. I stood up, placed a 10 on the table. Okay, I understand now. Goodbye, Chloe. I walked out without looking back. I blocked everything. Number, Instagram, Facebook. Her attempts started immediately. Are you mad? That's so immature. Then, Jake and I are going to that concert. You'd hate it. I felt nothing. With that mental space freed up, I poured energy into work, started gym sessions, reconnected with friends. 2 months later, I met Sarah in a bookstore. She was an architect. We talked for 20 minutes about Frank Lloyd Wright. She actually listened when I spoke. It was a partnership, not a service agreement. One evening, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. Leo, it's Chloe. I'm using my mom's phone. Jake used me. You were the only real thing. I showed Sarah. My sister, I said with a smile. Yikes. You going to call her? No, I'm exactly where I want to be. 3 months in, Chloe walked into Matt's birthday celebration. She froze, seeing me and Sarah holding hands. The blood drained from her face. She forced a smile. Leo, who's this? Chloe, this is my girlfriend Sarah. Sarah, this is Chloe, an old friend. Girlfriend hit her like a blow. She flinched. That was fast. She turned to Sarah. I'm his best friend. We've known each other for 5 years. I looked at Sarah warmly. My best friend is right here. Then to Chloe with polite indifference. Good seeing you. We were just leaving. I helped Sarah with her jacket, hand on the small of her back. I didn't look at Chloe again. Texts flooded from new numbers. Remember that time in the rain? I miss you. Jake was a mistake. I'm so lost. How can you replace 5 years of friendship? Sarah and I laughed about them. Her drama was now our private joke. The final moment came in a grocery store cereal aisle on Sunday morning. I was comparing Cheerios and Raisin Bran when I heard Leo. She looked hollow. Hair messy, no makeup, exhaustion in her eyes. Leo, please. I made a huge mistake. I was scared of what we had because it was so real. What I felt for you wasn't brotherly. I was lying to myself. I love you. I looked at her for a long moment. A stranger causing a scene in the cereal aisle. I appreciate you saying that, Chloe. Hope ignited in her eyes. So what does that mean? Can we get coffee? I shook my head gently. I'm really happy with Sarah, and I'm glad we can finally be the friends you always said we were. I paused. Take care of yourself, okay? Sis. Her face completely shattered. She stood frozen, a statue of despair in aisle 7, while I pushed my cart forward and walked away.